There is a clear double standard when it comes to the use of violence and force in this country. The government can be as brutal and violent as they want to be. They can roll out tanks and fire tear gas and rubber bullets and arrest people who are peacefully protesting. And the narrative is always the same. It's about law and order. But this is what law and order really means. It's about protecting the rich, the powerful, and the status quo in this country. In a capitalist society, it's always about protecting the interests of the financial elites. It's not about the people. It's not about democracy or freedom or justice or liberty. And this isn't anything new. It's always been this way in this country. American society is built on settler colonialism. Settler colonialism as a structure is inherently genocidal and violent, first against the indigenous population, committing acts of genocide, stealing land, stealing resources. And this is pretty much the history of America. Violence towards black and brown people, whether it's American slavery or the Jim Crow system, segregation, the lynching of African Americans, the destruction of any type of economy that benefited black and brown people, the lynching of Mexican people in Texas. I mean, the history goes on and on and on. And this violence against black and brown people is always backed up by the state. And the state is powerful because they control the media, they control the narrative and how we're perceived and how we're labeled and how we're stereotyped. Anybody who resists the status quo in this country runs the risk of being labeled violent, dangerous, or a radical. I'm not against peaceful protests, and in many cases they work. I definitely do like civil disobedience, but let's not fool ourselves into believing that progress has been the result of peace, because that's nonsense. Every social movement in this country has had people who were willing to put it all on the line, who are willing to fight. I think of the Black Panther Party and the American Indian movement and Malcolm X. Malcolm X said it was criminal to not teach a person to defend themselves from violence and brutality. When a system is built on oppression, you can't be surprised when people rise up in rage. And that rage is not madness, it's not chaos. It's real everyday human beings fighting for some kind of recognition of their humanity.